Hello viewers, okay, we have another video here. This is a 2007 Acura RDX Turbo. Customer complaint it has no air conditioning, no heating. Actually, the center buttons are not even coming on, so I have just connect the scanner. I have Beru's Edge running on, just connected to it. So that is what we have. I'm going to select OK, and I'm going to do a code scan. Not sure how deep. Let's see what else we have here. Adaptive lights. It looks like we have the HVAC, that's what we want to see. So let's continue here. Make sure the key is on and engine is off, and I have the car running, so I'm gonna turn the car off and back on. Just ignition. And I'm gonna let it run this full scan to see where we find. Hopefully there is some codes in there. I mean, it should be no communication. At least that. Is 6 systems, 7. See if we got anything yet. We got one in the yaw rate sensor, which she's not complaining for that. The airbag has a rear collision detection, but again, it's no complaints on that. And we have some communication issues in here with the body except gauge. Lost communication with the Miko. For those, I think it's multiple control unit. I have to really look into what that MICU means. Let's see. Gauge control mode, lost communication with switch control unit, headlights. So we got, as you guys can see, a lot of loss of communication. So this is gonna be a very interesting one. So I'm going to save that for my own purposes. I've seen about, at least in a snap one. So right now, if I go back to the vehicle, right here in vehicle history, and this is the Acura, I have that same folder, or what we're just looking at, save as a PDF. Okay, it's opening right now. So this is the vehicle report. So I can go back and see what the codes are. As you can see, we had a huge list of codes, most of communications. I gotta look a little bit into this before I jump into anything. History with this car is the customer brought the car like a year and a half ago here, and the air conditioning was just blowing on one side and then heat on the other side. That was just a motor. We replaced that, and that took care of that part. But then a year and a half later, she's coming back, with the problem that, the air conditioning is not working at all. No heat, no air conditioning. It's because, we have not even a module or, switches even working. Okay, let's say, I have the ignition on, as you guys see, and when I press here, nothing happens. So there is no control working. Seems like the radio, it is working good. I can see. Yeah, well, no sound. When you go to a radio station, yeah, so the radio is working good, which is part of the center. So it's just the two controls, which if I remember correctly, they have a connection separate from this. This is kind of not so bad to remove. So I will be removing this. I have to remove the glove compartment, the glove box. because the module for air conditioning sits in there. But like I said again, let me turn this music down. Hopefully YouTube is not gonna ban that part because they're very strong on that. So let me check the information on the codes that we have here, and we'll see where we go from there. Alright guys, I gotta switch gear a little bit in this one. Well, since I have so many communication codes, I rather use for this one the OEM scanner. I have it for Honda, so what I did is I'm using the card cam to communicate. That's just as an interface, and I'm using Honda original software. I even have this one out just in case I need it. This is a CAN bus checked for, I can see which network computers are communicated on the network or no. I might use one of these connectors, or most likely this one for Honda. I'm not sure if these are known as for Toyotas and so we will see what I need to do. So that will be in order to check the CAN bus or B bus or whatever you have in the car, because if the failure we have right now is in the B bus, which is where the gauge, let me show you on the Snap-on while that one is doing all the checks. So we have communications, bus is off, like it says in here, the B100 1000. It says that we have lost communication with the Miko. These sounds for me, a lot of the times is this multiple interface control unit that is stopped communicating. That is the fuse box under the dash on your driver's side fit well. But I have to check everything up. So I also have Identifix here. I have to look for as much as help I can get to fix this. So this is original information on what to do when you have that kind of problems. So first of all, I'm running again, just a scanner. This is a scan of all the DTCs in the car. So we have, as it shows in there, no codes on the PCM or PGM as Honda call, nothing on the transmission. This one didn't give me anything for the airbag. ABS, we have the yaw red, we saw that before. The tire pressure sensor, we have that in there. And we have the body electrical, so we have the B1000, and like it reads on the scanner on the Snap-on, we have the MICU, MICU, lost communication. We have immobilizer. The only thing that I don't like is immobilizer is telling me the lost communication with the MICU and with the gauge control unit. If everything would be pointed in there, I would just go there. I know now the bus has to be off, so definitely I have to do some tests onto the control unit 3. This is the B-Cam network. Let me go back to here. So it tells me they're using ACS, that's what I got in there, to go to B-Cam system diagnostics mode A. F-Cam lost communication, error first. I don't have any F-Cams communication. I just got B-Cam test mode C or D. So it tells me that cycle the ignition that ACS asked me to do, compare the symptoms with this list of B-Cam related systems. We got, wherever another, we got the gauge control unit, we got the MICU, immobilizer is complaining too, and let me see what else we got in there. But I wanted to go to the step 2, go to system troubleshooting for the system with the symptom. I'll connect and turn the ignition on. From the body electrical menu, select unique information. So I gotta go to the body electrical menu. Let's see. Okay, so we're in. What else we got here? Customize now. So let's click on that B1000. I guess. So as it says, we can have a command line chore or circuit of communication failure. So let's see if we can go to the system in there. We're now going into the body electrical. I might stop, sometimes the videos do not make it too long. No matter what, this is just a matter. Okay, we have to go here to beacon control units information. Let me see, I can double click. Yeah, check connected control units. Please note that updating the body control units usually requires restarting, so that's not a problem. Okay, we have gauge control module is detected and the MICU is detected, but the driver's MICU is not detected. So what else? Level detect immobilizer unit. Not available. Let me go back to Identifix. So it says from the body electrical menu, select the unit information and then select connected unit list to see if the following control units are communicating with ACS. Climate control, we have not even in the list. Acura link, if unit is communication with ACS, it will be displayed. If a unit is not communicating or the vehicle is not equipped, it says not available, will be displayed. So I know for sure we got climate control unit, so that's kind of interesting because it's not even listed in there. Sorry guys, but that was my mistake. It says right here climate control HVAC control unit not available, and we have MICU detected. Out of bin. Move to information display. I know this should be there too because that is the multiple information center right there, but the weird thing is the radio is coming on in there. So let me pause the video 1 second guys, and let me go over to that HVAC control unit to see what we got there. Okay guys, well now I took some of the panels out. Like I'm going to show you. I have this is the glove box area. I have everything apart here. I removed also the cover right there because I want to get to the MICU controller in there. But I went over to basics again. I put the ACS. I went get my scanner. Let me show you what I got right here. So what I did, I don't have to be looking for a good ground or so. I have a 20-foot extension for Power Pro with an alligator straight connected to the battery, so I can use either power or ground to do testing. My oscilloscope is going to need that, so I have the ground connected from. Let's see, make sure I'm still connected. Yeah, the leads. As you can see here, I got the lead connected. I put so it's easy to see a black kind of paint from one side, so I know that I have the power, the ground here, and the other one is power. Got the test light in here because I was also checking grounds. But so let me show you what the communication on the B CAN bus, or I'm sorry guys for all the shaking, and I'm trying to check for look for this. So before I do that, so I went over to the wire diagrams. So we know that on connector B on that HVAC module, B8 right here, pink, is the beacon. So I also went over to the network to see which computers are connected into that. So if we see right here, these are like a junction box. So the hands-free link, this is a package. I'm not sure if this car has it, but we have the climate control behind the glove box. That's what I got. We got the gauge control module. We have also, if we follow this one up, we have the MICU or MICO, and then going into the next one, number 4, as you can see here, pink, number 4. So we got to go to the previous diagram. So I follow that one, and this is number 4 is immobilizer. So, but before I go any crazy with this, I wanted to see, how powers and grounds are onto that HVAC control module, which that would just take this one down. It shouldn't take the whole thing down, but because I don't understand why gauge is not getting communication. But well, to make the story short, this ground was not there. I just went and wiggled the connectors, which I shouldn't, at least before I show you guys. As you can see right now, the system is operational. We got temperature control, so all the knobs are now working. As you can see there, I can go up and down temperature. I can change the settings on the mode, phase, feed, etc, etc. I'm gonna bring the fans down a little, and you can hear that the compressor is on. Now we also got that we didn't have before, the 78 degrees outside temperature, because the ambient sensor goes and report over to this computer, which is just this little module here, and this one reports to the rest. So I'm going to show you guys. So B is this is B8. That's the communication for the B network. Sometimes it's a little hard to know which is a good communication. I mean, it's kind of weird. It's just a spikes. So I'm going to change the timing. Change the timing here. Let me go to like maybe 5 milliseconds per division. Okay, that looks cleaner. So that was just too fast of a time. Maybe even 5 milliseconds. So we can go back. You can set up a trigger also. Let's see. Because I'm just in bold CC. Let me go back to scope. Let me get a 4-channel oscilloscope. And 5 volts division. This probably was just yeah. Let me go 5 milliseconds. Back in 5 volts, and now it's reading more than 5 volts. I guess so. And I can put a trigger anywhere I want. Okay, that sounds. It looks more like a communication. So we have communication in here, and I did have that before. I'm sorry I didn't report that when the car was acting, but that's kind of weird also. So all I did again is I'm using this test light that I took a little bit, so I put on the front of the test light. I know you guys see this before, and I have this probe in the front. I am connected to battery positive through this extension cord, so I know I have a good power feed and a good ground again. And let me remove that so I'm not going to make any damage in the connector. So I'm going to remove the communication from the scanner. Let me stop this. This is the way before we go any further, this is the way snap on the scanner works. I mean oscilloscope works. So let's go back to, we have to go where we have actually, I don't see anything. Snap on, snap on, snap on. Trying to find the waveform and I cannot see it. So okay, am I recording? That's a play. Let me record. I like this picoscope better, and you guys know that, but sometimes, you know, just for a quick test, I mean, I got it already here, so this cup here. Am I losing connection? Am I losing something? Then I don't know. It's just still blowing. Maybe it's happening, because I can hear the, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the fan is coming on and on and on and off. I mean, the day is a little cold. Oh, it's right here. So that's the communication. So we are recording 5 milliseconds per division. See, the weird thing with this scanner is, I mean, with this scope, it looks like it's maxed out. This buffer is so bad. I mean, I'm just in 5 milliseconds per division, so it shouldn't, like, I'm gonna stop it. Well, at least we got it now there. So let me zoom out. Yeah, we got that here. So am I having a glitch or what is going on? I don't know, it's right there. So at least we have signals. Let me go out to here, and then I put the cursor in there. So that looks like a normal communication. I don't see any drafts, and the forms looks correct. Right now it's working good. So let me save this. So file, save all frames. I'm gonna put this as Acura 07 RDX HVAC, so I remember what that was. And save. I'm just gonna put, you know, here Acura. I want to save that as a file, you know, for record. Okay, let me go back to live information. So we have communication, not a problem in there. So my spikes that I was looking before, it was just time, my base time was too fast or too long for the actual waveform. But so the big cam is communicating. I saw those spikes before there, so I didn't have any problems with that. And the other thing that I did, so let me take this out of here. So we're not going to look at the scope right now for a second. But so on the next, this is connector B, and this is connector, I'll go back to the wire diagram. And the other one is connected A. So on connector 8, pin 24, that's our ground. That's the only ground supply for this HVAC climate control module. So we have a power feed, which I checked first, and we have no problem with that. It was B16 is a green. I will show you that one in there too. But then this was not there. So with the test light, not too fancy with this one. All I did is had the test light connected to power, and I went to ground. And as you can see right now, I got a solid ground. Before that was not there. And the only thing that I did was disconnected and connected. So I'm gonna have to check this ground to see where the problem is, because I am basing everything on that ground. And the thing is funny too, because before and not recording, I did disconnect this one to see if, you know, if the network come back on the B can, and now nothing happened. I disconnect both connectors, tried to play with the AC, nothing. As soon as I connect the test light and I tried to play with that ground, that's when everything came back to life. I don't see the network shorted to ground or shorted to power as we saw on the waveform before. So That's the problems with the intermittent. So let me turn the car off, see if we can make this react again. Now the thing is working. So let me stop 1 second. I'm gonna put some of the tools away. I gotta get some room in here. Alright guys, I gave good things to the ones that give you good things, and bad things to the one that give you bad things. Like I mean, I'm always complaining from a Snap-on lack of like not really support, because they got really good support, but let's say lack of accurate information, at least with Volkswagens and some other cars that I have seen, nothing in there. And I mean, you pay a lot of money for a scan tool that you should get better, like even the scope. I mean, I should not have picoscope or anything else in there, but well, that's another matter. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm really happy working with Identifix, and I'm going to show you why. So let me go back. This is the ground that we're talking about, that G571. Look at the picture in color and everything. Let me show you how I get here. So I go to home. This computer needs to be connected, but I still got power, so I got a color wire diagrams. That's perfect. So I will show you if it just goes to it. Alright, so we go to automatic. That should be here in this first one. So again, so we discussed that we have a problem with this ground not shown in there. Okay, the ground, it says G571 on the right side of the dash. Well, that's not really too helpful. So I went ahead, with that G571 number, and I just type it here. So G571. I click enter, and it gives me a whole bunch of different things in here. So I went down, and then so right here on wire diagrams, this is now OEM wire diagrams. And what I like about those, at least here, it gives you these blue links in here that will give you a photo of where the location of that is. So okay, so I go to photo 93, which is right here, G71, and that's that picture. So it's telling me there is pretty much on the right foot well, pretty much right next to the blower. So before, well, actually, let me focus on what we're doing. So we go there. I have still the test light connected to power on that cable, and our ground is right here. So check this out, guys. A loose ground. So you can see that is the main ground for that unit. So the problem in here is that we have a very corroded and loose ground. So as you can see, even the bolt, I can spin it with my fingers. So I'm gonna tie this up and recheck everything, but surely this is the fix. So I'm very glad that I took this way sometimes, and this is up to you. I mean, you have, like you guys saw, I mean, I don't know how many codes in there. And look at that. Sorry, I want to show you this. Look at how dim that ground is right now. And dim now is very bright. So that's definitely no good for anything. So let me just disconnect that this line. I'm not going to need it again. I'm going to put the tools away, at least these ones, and I'm going to fix this up. So I think this is my fix. I'm going to erase the code, test drive the car, use the air conditioning, and give it back to the customer. Hopefully it will not happen again. I'm going to clean those grounds very well, but that's it. So again, with all that list of codes, go to your basic first. Don't get scared because you got 10, 20 communication problems. We have seen in many other videos that power, ground, very important. And the thing with that is, as you can see, depends on what you're doing in there. When you go boom and you hit no ground, and then boom, ground, if you move the stuff, it will kind of like fix the issue momentarily, and then it will come back later. That's why I went and checked that ground. Luckily I caught it, there was no ground in there, but I mean, this is very important because that supplies power to everything. I mean, ground to everything. So okay guys, I hope you guys like the video. Thanks for visiting, and don't forget to share my videos and thumbs up. Have a good day.